that's what we
I thought they didn't
leave it there.
disturb it. You have to.
Yeah, like you don't disturb it, you didn't have to do it. But apparently
In both buildings, they did.
it's done. So I don't think that's going to be an option now because I didn't know that floor was taken up.
There's no floor in the hallway.
Did not know that. So
And I obviously don't have access to some of what y'all are saying, but is the place they want to go safe?
Can Jason go over this?
Yeah. Commissioner Gibson, there are, I think y'all don't have all of them that I do, but because I think I forgot to do the back.
You
page.
gave it to us.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got it.
Okay. There's 7 different things on here. One is the walk surface, that there's no flooring in the hallway. Floors need deep cleaning in classrooms and replacement in corridor. Number 2, debris exposure, paint peeling off walls in several classrooms, need to be scraped and painted, need to remove glue and patch walls in the corridor. Number 3, this is one I don't know if y'all have or not. This is the number 3 is debris exposure. Sidewalk has been determined to contain lead paint and asbestos. Paint is currently flaking off the canopy. Needs
that's
abatement.
the canopy out. Okay.
Yeah, this is the canopy out there. You see on top of that canopy out there? Okay.
On the wall.
Needs abatement. Then canopies need to be cleaned and painted or removed entirely. Number 4 is fire protection. No fire extinguishers. Need fire extinguishers mounted in building, and the fire alarm needs to be checked. Number 5 is electrical. Need to repair or replace lighting in corridor. Need to inspect, and I'm assuming they're talking about the hallway. Need to inspect and repair or replace electrical as needed. Lights, open fuses, fans, etc. Missing fixture covers. Number 6 is egress. Fire exit doors at courtyard lead directly to construction area. Awning over the doors need to be removed. Emergency exits. Height is too low. Potential head injury. Trip hazards in emergency egress paths.
That's what we see.
Need to repair all tripping hazards where a rain gutter runs off washed areas. Need to repair sidewalks. And number 7 is security. Complex is currently a construction zone with contractors and equipment on site. There is no separation between the annex and the work areas of the gym and library. Violation to attempt to lock the exit doors leading to the courtyard. There is no outside play area that is safe and secure for activities.
It sounds like it.
Jason,
It's not
ready.
ready.
I mean,
I don't feel comfortable even hearing the rest of that.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was a last minute to us anyway. And, you know, I thought it was worth taking a shot at.
Yeah,
but
and I wanted,
I don't see us being able to do that.
With all this,
I just wanted to bring it to y'all
Right,
to look at
Right.
and, you know, to be the
Yeah, I
final
thought
word.
everybody needed to look instead of
Right.
just
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I didn't want to make that decision. I wanted y'all to look at it and decide.
What were you going to say, Whit?
Tim, I think your comments were right. I think there's just a lot of issues that could be problematic, and the last thing we want is to put somebody out there and something go wrong.
Child.
Right.
Yep.
That's the main thing.
I'm still,
It sounds like we're not quite ready for occupancy.
I'm still bothered that floor was pulled up because my understanding we won't going to touch it.
I didn't see anything wrong with the floor when we went.
There wasn't nothing wrong with it. We were going to leave it alone so we
just
didn't have
didn't
to mess
bother.
with it.
They didn't bother. It was good.
But anyway, that's a different topic. Okay, so that's an issue that we won't be able to do. Okay. Item number 4, discussion of employee PPO premium. Sue.
Okay, in the past, we have we have asked the commissioners about the variance between the PPO plan and the high deductible health plan. And in the First Carolina Care, the difference was much lower. So what we did is just took the difference in the premiums between the two plans, and that was the variance. And the variance was our current variance, what employees pay for PPO right now is $94.80 a month. What we are recommending, since we switched to Mark III just recently, we just now got the rates. So that's why this is just coming to you. But what we are recommending is methodology number 2, in that the variance would be, the employee cost would be $94.44. They're currently paying $94.80. So there will not be an increase. They'll get just a few cents of a decrease. And it would keep them steady. They would not get an increase in their premium. Now, if you decided not to, now what we had done in the past prior to this year is we took the cost of the high deductible health plan plus what the county put in for the HSA, which is $1,000. We plugged that in on a monthly basis. So we did the premium plus the $83.34, and we took the difference between that total and the PPO premium. So if we did the same, that's what the number 2 methodology would do. If we're just taking the, based on just the actual premium, let's see, variance based on actual health premiums with the HSA and the 45-55 co-share, it would go down to, the employee cost would be 45%. It would be $56.94. So it would go down substantially from $94.80. However, the county would save more money just keeping it level in our health plan. It's about a $30,000 difference in the annual cost between the 2 premiums we would be charging employees. So we just wanted to know, do you want methodology number 2 or number 3? It's
I would
between
stay with 2
$94.44 and
just to
$56.94.
I'd say 2.
I'd say
keep
two.
it 2.
Okay, we just needed that direction so we can move on with getting the employees their rate.
So you don't need a vote on that, then?
When will it go into effect? Try to. I know you've been double timing.
July 1.
Okay, cool.
No, it's going into effect July 1.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Item number 5, county manager report. Jason Robin, the interim county manager.
Okay, so y'all decided to sell back up East Laurinburg, former town hall. To do that, you can use a realtor to do that. We already have a relationship with Iron Horse. Iron Horse has a property division and a commercial division, as well as their auction division. So they can list property. And I would like to list that piece of property with Iron Horse, and they can co-list it with the properties and the commercial at the same time, and let that be marketed.
You see, we already on the contract.
No, we're not under contract. We just have a relationship with them.
Okay.
Yeah, and this way I don't have to try to go out and decide, that realtor looks good. I'll just get that person to, and I'll pick one realtor and make the 50 other ones mad.
So this is the one we've already used.
This is one we have used for our auctions before, our tax foreclosures and stuff.
Right.
And I call them just to make sure that they had this availability, and they do.
You need a vote or consent?
Just consensus on this.
Well,
I'm fine with Iron.
the thing about that is now they are out of the county.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask, Jason, can I ask you a question, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm asking this to the board. If we enter into a contract with anybody, are we obligated to take the highest bidder?
No.
You'd have to advertise it after you get a bid that you thought you might want to take. You'd have to have upset bid.
And so they got 10 days to upset the bid.
10 days notice, yes.
Now we're talking about putting it on.
If I don't have anything in mind other than if the church in East Laurinburg wanted to buy it and use it for the community, would we be willing to sell? I've had no conversation with the pastor, but if they were willing to buy it for a number that we would, if it's valued at $85,000 or whatever we said, and we may be able to get that afford, and somebody may come in and offer us 110. I'd rather sell it to somebody in East Laurinburg who's going to keep it as a community resource, even if we don't get that amount for it. But I don't know how to do that.
I'd probably have to research that, Mr. Gibson.
Well, I don't know that the church can afford to pay us. I don't want to give it away. I'm not saying we give it. But I'm saying they pay
Well,
$50,000 for it. Would we take it from them and let them manage it and use it for a community center and they regulate all that and we get rid of it? I think getting rid of it is the right plan. But if we can do that and give it to somebody that's going to be used by the community, not just by the union or by the anyway, the guy the doctor or the guy who wanted to do the drug program or even Partners in Ministry, I'd like it to be open up to the community if we can do it.
Well, I had that conversation with Pastor Tyson a while back about, hey, can't you get a group together of East Laurinburg folks that would want to take it and keep it up, you know? And he said that I don't think nobody wanted that responsibility or the money to do it, you know?
And see, that's what I'm afraid of, that they want us to do it for them. And I just don't think that's a good plan.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That was just my 2 cents worth. I'm okay with going forward with Iron Horse.
Now, Jason, now you're talking about putting it with Iron Horse and auctioning it off,
No.
or just putting it with real estate and let them list it?
Yeah, right.
Okay, because I think
they have a real
I
estate.
think there's some confusion here.
Yeah,
I know they got a real estate division.
They do. They've
But-
got 3 divisions: the auction, properties,
And
and commercial.
and I understand that, but how's that going to look if we get a real estate company outside the county, the real estate off county property?
The only
Because they
reason-
are Richmond County.
Yeah,
They're not Scotland County.
The only reason that I thought about them is just because we've had a relationship.
I
with
personally
them.
think we need to get a real estate company out of Scotland County. I'm all,
And
I
Mr.
don't
Johnston,
think
if
Iron Horse been doing all the work all along. And how do you pick which one? That's what I'm talking about.
if Iron Horse finds a buyer and it's somebody willing to pay us $85,000 for it, which is basically what we think the value is, but it's somebody we don't want to sell to, can we not sell it to them?
Well, I think you can put that in your listing agreement if you want that as a condition.
I mean, if you sell, you sell.
Yeah,
But that's important to the
I'm
board.
not sure who it would be that I would object to, but I
You don't want them to sell it as a strip club.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
well,
I
that's
like
zoning
it.
will take care of that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just throwing that as an
I mean,
example.
the zone,
But I also think I think if the pastor in East Laurinburg was willing to do the work, he could raise $50,000 to buy it from us.
And just because you listed it at 85 or whatever, then they can bring back an offer of whatever they want to. If the church
I
were
understand
to,
that, but
Yeah.
if somebody wants to buy it for 85 and the church wants to buy it for 50, I'd rather sell it to the church for 50.
Well, I'll have to research whether that's legal.
Okay, well, that's just, I think we can go forward with it, but I'd like for you to look at that and see if we can do it, if that's what comes up.
I will.
I know as a private seller you can, but I don't know about being a public seller. Because
Well,
if
this
I'm
is-
selling my
this is
house
a
and somebody
public-
offers,
This is
I
a
pick whoever.
public resource, and normally you have to have a process whereby you get the highest amount.
That's right.
I mean, you got to sell it to the highest.
Unless there's an exclusion of some
Yeah.
sort that this would fit under, but
Yeah, and that's
no, there's
and that's
no-
what it. So if y'all are okay with me doing that to list it after the county attorney finds out that's what you can do it as form of vote or consensus, either one you want to do.
Well, and WIT does not have an objection to going forward with that.
I don't have a
I don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem. I mean, it really don't matter who lists it because anybody can sell it.
Yeah, anybody can sell it.
So,
You all right?
I just think we need to get somebody from inside the county. I don't like going outside the county.
but but anybody in the county can sell it.
They can
The,
sell it
the
still.
the listing
I mean,
agent.
you got,
will
you
get
got all kind of real estate companies right here in the county.
But the listing agent will get
half.
half of whatever.
That's what I'm
that
saying. I
commission
mean, I
is.
just,
If-
I just don't like the
my only
idea of going
benefit
outside
to
the
that is
county.
Iron Horses, they know how to handle the
Yeah.
process. I don't know
Yeah.
that a regular realtor would know that upset bid process and all. I know Iron Horse does.
Well, look,
No, it'd be
whoever-
all night.
whoever has the contract, if they bring it to the board decides there's a
Yeah.
price that is acceptable, you're still gonna have to re-advertise it.
Right.
You have to put it, we'd have to
Whoever
run it in the
you list it
paper,
with.
say how, you know,
Right.
there's been for this and.
Right.
And
Mhm.
then it keeps going and going. We found this out with the school board when they were trying to sell it.
Steel horse.
I'm fine with Iron Horse doing it, but
I'm fine with it.
we're good.
I don't know.
I reckon.
All right, we'll move on. Of the RCC budget request, because I have to go here in just a few minutes.
Yep,
I have to be at
And
the college.
this, the rest of this should not take very long. RCC budget request, I got a email from Dr. McGinnis the other day. In our budget appropriation, there was a 49,000, but 10%, $49,000 increase. Yeah, 49,000. They requested 81. He just wanted us to know that, and that was for deferred maintenance costs. He just wanted us to know that if through the year, if anything happened, that we would have to pay for that. And of course, we know that. We know that we had to pay for all capital stuff for the community college anyway. My thought about it is, I think we could be all right keeping the 31,000 in our bank unless we had to.
Yeah,
Unless we had to do something.
it's gonna cost us either way.
It's going to cost us either way. So,
Okay.
Scotland Youth Development, I got a request, and y'all got a copy of this from Scotland Youth Development asking for the following items: folding chairs, computers with keyboards, whiteboards, folding tables, bookcases. They are requesting a donation of these items to help support their endeavors with K-12 students in Scotland County.
Jason, did you have a proposal that you were gonna bring as to how we could get rid of some of those supplies in there?
That was on my list of things to do, how to get
Can
rid
you
of.
include that in your proposal and bring it
Yes.
back to us?
Yes.
A way to accommodate?
And this is a nonprofit organization. And I'll get with Mike and see.
Well, I don't know if there's any folding chairs in there.
I don't think there are.
And I know there's not any computers. There's thin clients.
Yeah.
But
And there's some
you've got to
keyboards
be
there, too.
set up, but you got to be set up to run for a thin client. I mean,
Yep.
and they may be, but,
I just know, all I know, them tables and chairs, plenty of that.
No,
and
there's
there's
plenty of
folding
tables
tables
and
and
chairs.
chairs. Like, well, I don't know if they fold, but I know there's tables
Plenty
and
of tables and
chairs.
chairs.
I mean, my thought is to possibly do a notice in the paper or something, saying first opening up to any nonprofit organizations that would need these specific items. Come there on Friday at 1:00. Get 10 chairs, 10 tables, so that each one come up with a number, so that each organization could have an opportunity to come do that. And whatever we have left, we could sell the rest of it if we wanted to. That's
I say
that
put
way,
that plan
I mean,
together.
that's just my thought. I don't know what it's totally up to y'all what you want to do.
That
but
sounds good to me.
that's
You'll
what,
put a plan together and bring it
Okay.
back.
okay.
Will you respond to them and let them know that you're working on it?
I will. And I'll let them know that, specifically that it's IEJ stuff that we're talking about.
Okay.
South, and this is just for information purposes only. Southeast Community Action Partnership site visit, June 27th at 1:30. That y'all agreed to donate, they are bringing someone, Southeast Community Action Partnership is bringing someone either, I don't know if it's funders.
It's a grant that they've applied for.
Yeah, it's
and
called
They have to have
Sharp.
a- they have to have a site visit.
Okay, it's called Sharp, and they're coming to do a site visit, and I'm gonna meet them out there, walk through the building with them, let them tell what they're gonna do with it, let them see what their vision, and then they're coming back to my office.
And this is at IAJ.
At IAJ, yeah.
I just
Annex specifically.
I just looked at my and I put in today, I have to take my wife for a procedure at 1 o'clock
Okay.
on that day. So,
But they wanted to invite the commissioners. If you have.
That's on what day?
The 27th of June at 1:30.
I'll be away at a conference for the,
Okay, well, that's odd that they want to. Okay.
20,
they gonna put him to work.
27.
27th at 1:30.
Mr. President.
And the only other thing I have is just,
I can probably make it.
the sheriff and chief deputy are going to be meeting with the schools to talk about the SRO, the 5th SRO, next week. And they said they would keep me in the loop. So I'll let you all know.
Hey, about that. Budget in that position.
We're gonna have to go back into closed session. We forgot an issue. And, so does anybody else want to talk about anything open before you want
I just want you to respond to Ms. Rayner, if you will,
to,
and
about
make
that?
sure she's clear on what we've decided.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can't, it's not safe to use right now. And we don't have any intentions of putting anything in that building is what they're talking about money wise, because Southeast Community Action Partnership is going to get that building. That might be August, it might be September, but I don't know exactly when it'll be. But, and as far as the rest of the school being prepared, we're a year away from that because we've got a request into the state for some money to do it, but we haven't even got the answer whether that's going to happen or not yet. So,
Now, the gym, as I understand it, is going to be done around the 1st of July.
yeah, it's supposed to be the 20th, but now they say, but,
But we don't know if
I just want you to respond so she
yeah,
know what we're
okay.
saying.
Because I came in on the retail end, so I just want to be clear, if I did have an agreement with Gallantly to use their fellowship hall until I, had a definite answer about if Johnson was gonna be ready anytime, so I did have an alternative with them until I knew for sure.
Well, it came up Friday night and Rosemary asked me out at that event and that's why it came up at the last second. So, but yeah, we're not going to put anything in that section of the building just any more than what we already have, just because that's going to be CCAP's building. So,
Right. And you don't think any other area of Johnson will be ready?
well, not if they took the floors up. I didn't know they were doing that. So,
So the other part is, once the gym area is complete, we're gonna stop construction there until the state gives us more money. So none of that other area is even gonna be upfitted until we get some more money,
and we won't know that probably until July.
mid-July.
at least mid-July.
And then you got to go bid it out and get the work done. So you're talking another year before that, probably. So.
Well, while I was gonna come and present about Johnson, I did wanna, if you, Chairman, if you don't mind, the camp, we did get, I heard y'all request about doing educational stuff. So I went out and did get funding to do this STEM camp. That's why we did Johnson. But I know I might be showing my age when I was interviewing and hiring teachers, and they kept talking about whiteboards. I thought they were talking about these dry erase
Mhm.
boards. I had no idea that they don't teach by paper and pencil anymore. So when I got the funding, I didn't ask for whiteboard. I asked for dry erase boards. I didn't know about TVs. and
Those smart
phones.
boards they call them. Yeah.
Right, but they kept saying whiteboards. So I'm $18,000 short because my teacher said they can't teach a STEM camp without whiteboards and Chromebooks. But again, when I budgeted and got the money that I received, I asked for the wrong equipment. And that's just showing my age because we had those, not TVs and Chromebooks, and I'm sorry. So I was gonna also ask for funding for the equipment we need, since I brought a lot of pens and papers and coloring books and stuff like that. But that's not the way things happen. Right,
Okay.
regarding supplies for the camp.
We'll have to take that up at the next meeting, I guess.
And I guess
And
go
I
back,
need this,
And-
go back to what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Do we have any any of those boards at IEJ?
There's smart boards at IEJ, but the projectors are not there. If I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
The board's there and the controls are there, but the projectors aren't there. So that makes sense. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you for your time today.
Does anybody else got anything? If not, we're gonna go into closed session real quick because I got
Offer motion for closed session.
got a motion and a
I second
second.
it.
You know, and it's the same topic as we were out before. So all in favor? All right, we'll back in. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ladies.
And then the question
April, will you mind shutting that door?
This is what she's requesting.
Thank you.
Money from us to buy.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, I thought we'd already turned it.
The live,
Where you going?
the live.
No,
Oh,
this is
oh,
just
thank you.
copy of her
Thank you.
proposal.
Hang on, don't say it.
Please don't talk. We have the screen is still on.